Hello YouTube, Z Hill here with another awesome video for you guys. Today it's kind of like a WWE news thing type video. First off, I want to say if Ronda Rousey's saying what she's saying online on Raw, in WWE television, if she's doing that because that's what she actually believes, then why did she move over from UFC? If you're saying, oh, this, I'm going to expose the company and all this, that, and the other thing, why would you go from UFC to WWE if that's how you feel about the WWE? But that's for a later thing. Now, tonight on SmackDown, we will see what will happen when Vince McMahon addresses, or I think it's Vince addressing Kofi, or Kofi addressing Vince, because honestly, at Fastlane, Vince screwed Kofi. Kofi went into a couple weeks before Fastlane. Kofi got a title shot at Fastlane. Vince decided to come out and switch the decision and make it Kevin Owens. And then at Fastlane, Kofi was asked to come to the office. Vince told him he's in a triple threat match for the title. Turns out he was in a handicap match against the Bar, which is really unfair. And then we saw it end up still being a triple threat match for the WWE Championship, where Mustafa Ali got to take what was supposed to be Kofi's spot. Now, as far as the whole Kofi deserves it, which he does deserve a title shot, or he even deserves to be WWE champion, more than our so-called champion that we have now. But I think Kofi has paid his dues. He has done everything in this business. He's been multiple-time tag team champion. He has been Intercontinental champion. He's been United States champion, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And he's done everything the WWE has pretty much asked him to do, or told him to do, or whatever, however you want to say it. But he still, every time he gets to that spot, he gets kicked. Now, I don't think that they would have put Kofi in that spot had it not been for Mustafa Ali's injury that caused Ali to be out of the Elimination Chamber. I know they keep saying that Kofi deserves it, which he does. I'm not saying he doesn't, but all I'm saying is that the story might be a little different if Ali wouldn't have gotten injured, which something tells me that that's how they playing it, so they could play it as Kofi. And we know we're not going to see the New Day ever split up, which I don't think they should. You might see them. I don't even think they'll turn heel. The New Day as a heel, that'd be kind of strange. But in all honesty, Kofi, I see Kofi being at WrestleMania in a WWE Championship match, and that's when they're going to give the title to Kofi, because they've built it up to Kofi. It's going to be, I hate to say this, it's kind of like the story they're doing with Becky Lynch, if you think about it. With Becky Lynch, they've done it where Becky's had to fight each way to get to where she's going to WrestleMania. Kofi has pretty much done the same thing. Now, don't get me wrong, Kofi's been around longer than Becky Lynch has. But it's kind of a similar story. Now, I see it being either Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, and Kofi winning and becoming the new WWE Champion. Or I can see how they would throw somebody in there or something and make it kind of kind of make it like the Daniel Bryan moment at WrestleMania 30 when he won in a triple threat match, making it kind of that Kofi thing. They could do it either way, which we'll find out a little more tonight on SmackDown. The next thing I want to discuss, I know this video is long. This video is gonna be kind of a long one, but the next thing I want to discuss is what we found out on Monday Night Raw. Kurt Angle had his very last match on Monday Night Raw before he retires, because he told us that his last match will be at WrestleMania, which is the culmination of his career. I think they should do it big. I think they should do like if they do it with John Cena versus Kurt Angle, it's kind of, I don't know, because Cena's not really wrestling anymore. I could see them doing like, they've already done like Drew McIntyre versus Kurt Angle, this, that, and the other. I think they should put Undertaker or Sting or somebody around that was in his era come back and like main event the WrestleMania with him, because Kurt Angle deserves a big match for his final one. I mean, yeah, we saw him defeat Apollo Crews, but he needs a big build-up. So we'll see in the coming weeks to see how that prevails. Now, there's no word yet on if Undertaker is going to be at WrestleMania this year. A lot of people are speculating that he's not going to, or that there's no plans for him, but I've seen other reports that there is plans for him. Which I honestly think either he's going to have one of his last matches, or he's either going to have a match with somebody, or he might, actually, this is how I think it's going to happen. He's going to have a match with somebody, and then the next year at WrestleMania could be his last one. I'm not 100% sure. Or there's speculation that they're going to bring back a Hall of Famer or a Hall of Famer to face Undertaker, which could be anything. For all we know, it could be Kurt Angle versus Taker. We've seen that a few times. But yeah, I think this year Undertaker, it might be either his last WrestleMania match, or it could be him winding down on matches like that. Now, one thing I have to say before I get on to what the next topic is that congrats on DX, Harlem Heat, Torrie Wilson, Honky Tonk Man being in the Hall of Fame. But I have to say, Chyna deserves to be in the Hall of Fame by herself. Because if you're putting her as DX, that's DX. She's not there for the women's division. She's showing pretty much their, how do I want to put that, manager, I guess. But she deserves, with what she did in her career, she deserves to be in the Hall of Fame by herself. The only other thing I'm going to say on that subject is, so far the Hall of Fame class has gotten big, but yeah. Now, the last and final thing I want to talk about is the Dean Ambrose situation. We heard on Monday Night Raw that Dean Ambrose isn't going to resign his contract. A lot of people are speculating he's going to AEW. I honestly think he's going to take time off. That's why they're saying that Renee Young could be removed from the commentary table because her and her husband are going to go do their own thing, and then come back later. Maybe come back later like Drew McIntyre did. Go off, get his career more boosted up, and then come back. We'll see. Actually, if you guys can't tell, I'm wearing the new Jeff Hardy shirt that I got from the WWE live event last Saturday, which was incredible. But I think as far now that I brought up Jeff Hardy, as far as the Hardys are concerned, I think they should do it bigger, badder. They should do it like, I got this. The Usos versus the Hardys in a TLC match. Because the Hardys made it, the Hardys, that was their biggest thing, was ladders. I mean, yeah, Dudley's and Edge and Christian helped with that, but the Hardys have always been known for ladders. Now, we could just see a regular tag team match against those two for the tag team titles. We're not sure if I'm not sure if it's going to be what side of Matt Hardy we'll see, because Matt Hardy's has the Woken/Broken gimmick, the Matt 2.0 or 1.0 or something. I forget how they put it, but yeah. So the last thing I'm going to say before, I know this video is very long. I'm sorry, guys. I really do apologize. I just had to get it out there before I forgot about it. One thing I have to say is 26 days, I want to speculate. 26 days to the grandest stage of them all, where we not only see possibly the very last match for Triple H, we will see the very last match of the Animal Batista, who was on Raw, who said he wanted to end his career. We will see the very last match of the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. Now, will we get an Elias thing? That's still up, or Elias concert, it's still up in the air. But yeah, so there's my news, guys. Comment below if you like this video. Comment below if you guys know of any other scoops you guys have, or any ideas you have. But yeah, remember to comment, subscribe, thumbs up this video if you like it, because why wouldn't you? And I will see you guys next time. Peace.